Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Grave Reviews. My name is Chris, and today I have checked out this new Shudder movie called The Twin. That's right. Right there we go. The Twin. It is directed by one Taneli Mustonen. So The Twin is about this family who suffered a recent loss of a child. They still have their other twin, and so they move into this remote European house, and some supernatural hijinks ensue. So it's a pretty interesting movie with decent production values, got a good look and all that stuff. I think the lead actress did a really good job. I think there's a lot of predictable, tropey stuff in this movie, and a lot of twists and turns by the end that was a little exhausting. Many scenes of the mom wandering around going, Elliot, Elliot, where art thou, Elliot? And it gets old. It's like, all right, just stop chasing this damn kid around all the time. I get it. They're trying to build like on the relationship of this mom and this kid because she's obviously going through many different forms of grief over the loss of her other child. And it would be a weird situation to lose one of your twins because every time you look at the twin that's still alive, you would obviously get these feelings because they look similar. So I understand that it's a very difficult situation, which makes it interesting in a movie, right? It's super dramatic. I like that element and that idea because how would you overcome your grief when you're constantly reminded of it like that? And so there's a really interesting personal story being told in some of this. But then the movie gets a little bit weird and a little bit ambitious at times, and the story expands and then contracts and expands, much like a butthole on a Saturday night after eating a lot of chili. I don't know why that metaphor came to my mind. And then, of course, in every supernatural movie, you have to stumble upon the character who knows just every fucking thing that's going on. Well, you got a ghost, you got a supernatural, you got your common day possession going on here. Yep, there's always somebody who knows exactly what's happening. So you got a little of that, although it ends up twisting. There's moments where in this movie I'm like, is this really where we're going? Because this has just been done before, and it's just kind of like too much. And then there's other times where it twists again. I'm like, oh, okay, and then it twists again. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm at the fucking pretzel factory up in here, the way this thing keeps twisting and twasting around. Twasting? That's not a fucking word. Twasting? So it's like, oh, we're getting this kind of story. No, no, you're not. You're getting this kind of, no, you're not getting that one either. Oh, so we're getting this one. No, well, maybe a little bit. And it's, again, it's tiring by the end. I started to lose the thread through the movie. Like at some points I was like, wait, is this happening or is that because we twist? And because of that, it has to rely on a lot of like scenes where characters just explain the plot and what's happening in a very sloppy way. Like, it's not subtle. It doesn't feel natural in the movie. It's like, let's stop a second. Everybody just sit down because I'm going to tell you what's actually happening. And at moments, there's like flashing back through things and trying to make reveals. And if you have to do that, I feel like the movie wasn't successful in its storytelling in a lot of ways. So it doesn't really come off as clever. You have a bit of an unreliable narrator situation going on here. How reliable is that narrator? Well, let's just say if they were my DoorDash driver, I would probably be deeply upset by how cold my French fries were. Does that analogy make sense? Probably not. Probably not. And also, I'm a little confused sometimes in this movie because it's like, what the fuck year is it? Sometimes it's like, oh, this is like the 80s, right? And then other times I'm like, is this the 20s? I don't understand. I get there's supposed to be like this remote village or whatever, but like, it looks like we traveled back to like the early 1900s or something at times. I don't fucking know. And then all of a sudden they're driving like a more modernish day car. I honestly, I got so confused. Sometimes I was like, oh, it's the 60s. Oh, no, it's the 80s. I just didn't know. I didn't know. Frankly, I didn't know. Couldn't tell. So it's all right. It's all right. You could do worse, I guess. It's just a little bit overly complicated for no reason sometimes. That's The Twin. I think I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. If got decent production values. It's not scary at all, but sometimes builds an interesting mood. And the story gets cumbersome in ways, even though I think there are interesting elements to it. So that's The Twin. It's out now on Shudder, so if you have Shudder, maybe if any of this sounds interesting, check it out. Let me know what you think if you've seen it. Let me know what I should be watching, and I will catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye. Yo, 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 what is up? Chris is back with another stuff.